It's Will on Capital Extra, and after 16 months, Love Island is back on our screens, and I've got Yewande Biala in the studio to talk to me. How's it going?
Is that how I expected a more cheerful clap and applause?
I know. Well, you clap for yourself. That's the most important thing, right?
I did,
You look
didn't I?
fabulous today.
Thank
Melanin,
you,
glowing
hon.
skin, and the hair.
Thanks.
Oh, is this freshly laid?
No, do you know what? I'm so lazy I don't even glue my wigs. I literally just stick it on with half my eye open. I just have an amazing stylist, really.
Good. That's what we love to see. So how have you been? How's everything?
Everything's been good. I've been chilling. I have a book coming out.
Yes. I saw it on Instagram. Are you excited about that?
I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited now that I've announced it. I think before I announced it, I was just really stressed, writing it, and you know how stressed I was. I was really stressed just writing it, but I'm just so happy that I've announced it now. It's publishing in May 2022, and you can pre-order it on Amazon. It's basically like a love letter to everyone or anyone who has ever felt isolated, that didn't fit in. It's like a collection of essays about love, dating, discovering yourself, self-identity in this Western world that we live in, that, forces assimilation. And it's me just sharing some of my, deepest experiences with life and with everything. And I feel like everyone's going to love it. Well, I hope so. I hope everyone's going to love it. And it's something I'm really, really passionate about, and I'm enjoying writing it.
And in this book, will there be anything about, your love life, your dating?
I mean, there really isn't a love life, but there will be a lot.
What do you mean there isn't a love life? Yes, there is. There has to be.
There is no love life, but I feel like writing that chapter, because I have writing that chapter, it kind of made me. It was a very self-discovering thing to do, because I remember sitting down in my room writing the chapter, and I looked at the blank page for so long, and I was like, I have absolutely nothing to write. And as I was writing it, I was like, okay, I see where the problem is. I was like, I'm a bad dater, but I can admit that I'm a bad dater. But it was more of you seeing me discover why, and then putting myself out there and dating. So for this chapter, I want to discover myself a little bit. And also my experiences dating as a black woman with dating apps and hypersexualization, and just so much in the chapter of dating. It's so diverse. There's so many interesting subtext and type. I don't know. I think maybe it's because it's my book that I'm just this is amazing. Yeah. But it's such a self-discovering moment, and there's just so much in it. There's so much in it. Yeah. So go pre-order now. Yeah, no,
I can't wait to read that 100%. But look, you're a bad dater.
Oh, I'm a horrendous dater.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Every time, all my friends hook me up with you one day. Hook me up with you one day.
Yeah, well, I don't know. These people don't message me, so.
Well, they do, because I was at a party the other day, and Mr. Theo Campbell from Love Island said you aired his DM.
Did he message me?
He messaged you.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Will you reply back to him at some point, or is it just
That's between me and...
It's been a year, I think.
Yeah. Maybe, it's been,
But look, Love Island is back. 16 months has been off air. What are you thinking of everything, the new cast?
Do you know what? I'm super excited. And I think I'm more excited for this one. Wait, did you say 16 months? Has it been that long?
That's how long it's been off air.
Oh my God. I think I'm super excited because it's back in Mallorca, and watching it, it's the villa that I was in, watching everyone step in and walk down those stairs and sit down. It's oh my God, I know where that is. I know what it smells like. And I think because of that, I'm just more excited.
Yeah, 100%. The cast are fabulous.
Yeah, I think it's a great cast.
Who's your favourite so far?
Absolutely love Kaz.
I love Kaz.
Absolutely love Kaz.
But I'm upset you one day.
Yeah.
I'm upset because on the first show, she was picked last. I mean, she wasn't even picked.
Yeah.
Was she?
She wasn't picked. She wasn't picked at all. And it was really sad to see, because obviously I was in that position 2 years ago, and watching it again, it was hard, and I was kind of praying for a different outcome for Kaz. But I think what a lot of people don't realise about Love Island is, I always say, it's basically a mirror image of society we live in now, where black women are never really seen or admired by black men or any other kind of race. We're always kind of pushed to the sideline, and I feel it's obviously highlighted on a show like Love Island, where obviously there's only 10 contestants, and one of them is black, and it kind of shows the society we live in at the moment. But I suppose it is sad, but hopefully we can change these narratives.
So what's the problem then? Because this is like history repeating itself.
Yeah.
Samira first, you again, and weren't you stood in the exact same position where Kaz was stood?
I think I was saying, I think I was standing in the exact same position. And what was so funny was like she stepped forward once for someone, I stepped forward once for someone, both didn't get picked. And then it was the same two guys on the what is it called, the sidelines? Anyways, two guys there. I think it was Sharif who picked first. He picked Anna. It was the same with Hugo, picked someone else. And then it was just me and Michael, same with Kaz and Toby. And it was like, I felt like I was watching myself.
Yeah.
I literally felt like I was watching myself, and I felt exactly, I just know how exactly she feels in that moment in time. Because it is really hard, like, standing there and then being rejected and then just being thrown together.
So what needs to be done then? Is it like, Love Island needs to think about casting more men who are genuinely into black women?
I think that would be a start. That would definitely be a start. Casting more diverse contestants would also help. Casting contestants who are open to dating black women would help as well. And maybe it's more of hiring more black producers who can cast these contestants, probably would help as well.
Okay, cool. So obviously, look, this is the first week for these Islanders. You know what it feels like to be there. It's the first week of school. What's going through their minds right now? Like, how are all these Islanders feeling in that first week?
Get me out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Do you know what it is? It's like, and I see it as well. Obviously, it's been 2 days and no one kind of likes anybody. Because it's like that, and you get in and you don't like anyone, and you're just like, what am I actually doing here? Like, I remember the first week we were going around saying this is Friendship Island. Because it was like no one fancied anybody. We didn't know why we were here. Like, we couldn't even go to the toilet. Everyone was like constipated or probably just nervous about going to the toilet because they're all just so shy.
So you didn't go to the toilet in the first week?
No, we all couldn't.
No!
Oh my God.
You had to hold it.
A disaster. Not that we were holding it just wouldn't come. No one was holding it. Like, we were all drinking
People were
teas.
farting in their sleeps then, boy, because I don't know what you lot would do.
Do you know what? We didn't understand why, but like, it was so funny, the realization that, like, I remember I think it was like Anna who asked me first. It was like 3 days in, and she was like, babe, have you been to the toilet? And I was like, now that you ask, no. And then it just became this huge conversation of how no one had been able to go to the toilet. Yeah.
Wow. So people weren't going to the toilet. Fine. So obviously, look, because you have that insider information.
I'm not going to the toilet.
Of Love Island, Yewande, of Love Island. We want you to help out with our forecast.
Right, okay.
What's going to happen? What are things looking like?
What are things
You're
looking
like our Love Island weather correspondent, you know? Cool. So
Right.
Who is most likely to stray or recouple right now?
I think...
Who's looking a bit like unstable? They're going to
I think everyone's unstable. What do you mean? I
Really?
think everyone's unstable, but that's normal. Like, it's literally been like 24 hours. But I think your man Jake is really ready to get out of his situation with, is it Liberty?
Yeah.
I think he's really ready to go there. I think Toby might be ready to go because he made this like really weird comment about he doesn't want to cuddle because he doesn't want anyone to get too attached.
To catch emotion.
And I was thinking,
do you know what? I get the vibe from Toby that he's a situationships kind of man. I don't think he's ever really been in a relationship like that. So the way he was like, oh, I don't want to cuddle her because I don't want it to catch feelings. Excuse me.
But he came out saying he had commitment issues and that's why he's still single. So it all kind of makes sense.
But I feel like Kaz kind of likes Toby a bit. Like, I feel like in the beginning they were like, huh? Who are you? But I feel like now they're kind of starting to warm to each other a bit. But when he made that comment, I wasn't sure. So you're right. I agree with that. But I think Toby's out. Toby's out.
Yeah. Do you know, he might be in, he might be out. I think everyone's just kind of keeping their options open. No one wants to like settle down too quickly because no one knows who's coming in. So everyone's just like on their tippy toes. No one wants to, lock into anything or make any commitment just because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, look, Chloe walked in. Who's coming in next? Like, no one knows.
Very good thinking there. Very good forecasting there.
Forecasting.
To the future, Yewande, to the future. Cool. Now, who's going to cause the most trouble? I've got a name, but I want you to say yours first.
I feel like it's the same name. For me, do you know what? I didn't expect Chloe to come in and cause this much commotion. I thought she was just going to be very quiet, but I actually got a feeling that like the lads really kind of wanted to get to really like know her and stuff.
Well, they're obsessed because it's like, oh, a new girl. They're all around. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
They're excited, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they all like her, don't they?
They all love her. But I think moving forward, like in the next couple of days, maybe in a week, I think Shannon is definitely going to be the one to watch. Is that the same person you were thinking as well? Yeah, I think definitely Shannon. She's kind of, I wouldn't say quiet now. I think she's very just observant of like what's going on, but she's absolutely stunning.
She's stunning.
She's so beautiful.
Mind-blowing. But that's why she's going to be dangerous. I think she's out here to steal everyone's man.
Yeah, she's just
I can just see it in her demeanor and her characters and the things she says. I'm like, watch out for this one. Watch out for this one. Now, who do you think's going to make the final?
Do you know what?
Because you said it earlier.
Yeah.
Like usually the winners of the show are actually usually in the launch cast, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. At least one of them. It's rare that like both people from like the original cast will like probably win, but I think someone in there already. I think obviously I would absolutely love Kaz and Shannon to win, but I feel like it's always the unexpected people who actually win. So I think I feel like maybe Faye and someone else. I just have a feeling that it could
Faye
be her.
Faye could be one of them, yeah.
I don't know why. I just have this feeling.
Yeah.
Either her or she'll be at least in the final or something.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
I think so. I don't know.
But look, Yewande, you know you're my friend, and I'm always trying to say, I just want you to have the right man in your life.
Oh my God, I hate you so much already.
I want you to have the right man in your life. And I look at the cast and like, which one of these men will be good for my Yewande?
You tell me then. No, because you tell me you're trying to find. You tell me then.
Well, okay, I'm going to choose. I think it could be Toby.
Who's Toby again? Oh, Toby with the commitment issues.
Who's Toby again? Who's Toby again?
I didn't mean that. Oh my God, no.
Who's Jordan again?
No, I didn't.
Oh dear, Yewande. We're not on the right start. This isn't great. This isn't a great start, is it?
No.
It's not.
But I should be forgiven because it's been like 2 days.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, out of the guys, like,
yes.
what are you thinking? Like, who would be the most likely one that you'd couple up with, basically? If you came in as a bombshell right now.
Oh, they never put me in.
Don't do that. You are a bombshell.
No, it's not even that. I think I'm just so quiet. It would take me so long to come out of my shell that I wouldn't even speak to anybody. So I don't know who I'd couple up with. I just can't see myself. I think because I've already been in and I've already done it, I can't see myself with anybody else on that show.
So obviously these reality stars, these people who are in Love Island now, they're going to come out and they're going to be celebrities. They're going to be like you, doing interviews and everything.
Yeah.
But that kind of means, and I've seen this with reality stars, it's almost like their privacy is kind of just like gone kind of in a way. Like they're getting pictures taken of them. They're being trolled on social media. Like what can these people expect? What can these islanders expect?
They can expect the unexpected. I remember when I came out, I think obviously when you're in there, you kind of know what's waiting on the other side, but you're not entirely sure. So when I came out and like people knew my name and they're like asking for pictures and screaming, I literally thought, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. It's so hard to predict. Like I just feel like expect the unexpected. Like even like 2 days ago, I think I was in probably like Mayfair or something, and I was just shooting content, and like people were like walking past and just like taking pictures, and it's just like I absolutely love people coming over and speaking and saying hi, but I feel like sometimes it gets really like awkward and gives me so much anxiety when people just like randomly just like take pictures of you in public.
And what about in your normal life when you're going to the shop, going to the gym? Like, do people approach you?
I mean, the gym is always an interesting one. I had an incident maybe like a week or two back where I went to the gym like I normally do. I actually just went at a different time, and there was this guy who just wouldn't leave me. He just wouldn't leave me alone, and he just like kept following me around, asking me if I'd go out with him, and I was politely rejecting. I think I just kind of got frustrated, and I was like, I'm just gonna go home. So I went to Tesco. And believe it or not, he followed me to Tesco too.
That's borderline stalking you one day.
Yeah, it was. I think sometimes like when things like this happen, you kind of like laugh it off. I kind of was like trying to like laugh it off. I'm like, no, he's not following me. It's just a coincidence. And then I went to queue, and then he followed me. I left the queue, and then he followed me again. And then that's when I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it was crazy because I think for a second I was like blaming myself for him following me, even though that is completely bizarre. But literally for a second my mind went there, and I was like, oh, maybe if I, wore a jacket, or maybe if I did this, or maybe if I did this. But I don't know, I just think, yeah, it's weird.
Well, I hope you've reported it, and I hope everyth's okay. And thank you so much, Yewande, for giving advice to the future Islanders and the people who are in there now. So thanks for coming on Capital Extra.
Thanks for having me.